My name is Jerry Catt. I'm a retired university instructor who took an interest in listening some years ago. And it's been a very long journey of understanding that phenomena that is most expected of us, that we somehow know the least about. And I'm here with Saida, who is encouraging me to keep up the journey after some 25 years or so, to try to really grasp what it means to listen to someone deeply.
Hi, I'm Saida. By profession, I'm a semiconductors engineer. You don't need to know what that means. Nobody knows what it means. But I took an interest in listening through Jerry, obviously. Where it starts for me, I guess, is my need for community. Just growing up in the war, always moving around, always feeling like you're displaced and you just don't belong. I longed for community, and just talking to Jerry and listening to Jerry, being listened to by Jerry, I realized that there is no community without listening. Because in order for us to come together, in order for us to be with each other, we need to listen. And there is such a deep need for us right now to come together and listen to each other, learn from each other, be inspired by each other, and really go out there and change our world, because nobody else is going to do it if we don't do it. The good thing is you don't have to do it alone. We can all come together and we can all help each other. We can all do what we can to change the world around us. We can all be a little kinder, and we can all just give a little. I truly believe that it will make a difference. I think that it will change the world, because you're changing the world around you, and that's all we need.
I don't believe we have any idea how fertile a time it is for the seed belief that Said is carrying at this point, enthused about something that has got to sound rather radical,
Mm-hmm.
that there is no community apart from listening. I go further, there's no communication apart from listening.
Cool.
And certainly the companionship that we need to build today will not occur without deep listening. At the same time, we know very little about what is actually going on when we are listening, despite we have many ideas about what it is. We're deficit when it comes to really understanding how we understand through listening.
I am a humanitarian by passion, and I deeply care for people, and I want people to have a good life while they have this life. I really want everybody to live up to their, highest potential that they can. And we cannot do that without listening.
And I want to say we cannot do that without engaging in this conflict that was my impetus to get involved in listening. Came as a result of wanting to do conflict mediation, where I witnessed people in conflict, and very difficult conflict, and watching how just listening in a very genuine way with each party, they were put in a situation. It was a necessity that they listened while I was listening, and their opponent or adversary was struggling to explain to me what the nature of their complaint was. And I found so much energy in watching people be transformed in that conflict as they learned to listen to one another. It was a high that I have since sought to enjoy, because when it happens,
it's magical. It is magical.
When it happens, it's transforming.
Yeah, it truly is.
So for all of you who are looking for transformation in the world, understand it's not the riddance of conflict. It's understanding how conflict is here to change us, and it begins with listening for a change.
I agree. I think that, I am certainly sitting here and we're doing this because I was transformed with our conversation that we had, and just listening to each other and understanding each other on just a level that I never had, because we've known each other for almost 10 years. You actually married us, my husband and I, you married us, and we've had many conversations, but I don't think that we ever reached this level
You were
where...
never listening.
It's true, I probably wasn't listening.
It's not true at all.
No, but I agree with you that when it happens, there is like this magic. There's this, you just feel so inspired. You feel like you have this spiritual experience and connection with the world around you, with the people around you, and you really feel like you can do things, Well,
let me explain in response to that where I was coming from, because despite a lot of years spent studying listening, researching and laboring over trying to get my hands around this phenomena, I've not always done a good job at listening. And the circumstances in which I got in touch that arose from the Afghanistan, I should say, caught me at a place where I was ready to listen with my heart and from my heart. And we listen with our heads, but we also listen with our hearts. And we hear a language that is not even spoken. And as I began to think of Saida and her family and others in the Afghan community around here, I wanted to know what we can do. And I had no idea how this was going to ignite you.
Yeah.
But it has ignited you, and I can't tell you how joyful it is to see someone take this baton and move with purpose in the world in the way that I've imagined could happen for some time. And this is kind of where we are at the present, working on this shared vision.
Yeah.
How can we bring others into that and invite you into this world where you better understand listening, as you better understand within yourself, as you said, you begins with yourself, mediating all of the noise within ourselves in this in these crises that we are facing, and the fatigue from those crises, and how to just silence ourselves and be able to be receptive to our own purpose and needs, even when we're not feeling like we have very much to offer. That's exactly it. I just want to bring us around to this idea of how your role as president in the Listen for a Change. Tell us about your vision for
Listen for a Change.
Listen for a Change.
Yeah, like as Jerry mentioned, we started a nonprofit together. Jerry is the founder. I am the president. We have some very gracious and generous people around us that are going to help us with this. My vision for the nonprofit is that I want to go out into the world and bring people together. I want to tell you that you have the power to change your life and the people around you. I want to encourage you. I want to inspire you. I want to cheer you on wholeheartedly to go out into your communities and do something. It can be as small or as big as you want. I'm just here to be any kind of support that I can. And encourage you to just go out, be with the people, listen to them, learn from them, and foster change, foster kindness, foster generosity, foster peace within your communities, because we can all at least do that. If we just come together and if we just listen to each other, we can do that. That is my vision for the Listen for a Change nonprofit. We have some projects that we're working on that we will be announcing hopefully soon. Hope that you guys tune in into our future projects and be our companion in what's to come.